think an interesting question to ask would be, with LayerCake, it's going to be deployed on multiple EVM compatible networks, right? Is this like set of chains going to be specified within the LayerCake protocol and possibly open to governance proposals to add new chains, or is it going to be completely open where you may have a bandwidth provider that says, I want to facilitate this exotic EVM chain, or is it going to be a set of defined chains?
So each pair of LayerCake contracts, each bridge, let's call it let's call it Ethereum to Flare. That's a LayerCake bridge. That is a pair of LayerCake contracts, and that is a defined I guess routing. And then the way we think that it's preferable for it to work would be for all routings to go through Flare, at least in the first instance, as a hub. So you want to go from Ethereum to Cosmos, you're actually going ETH, Flare, Flare, Cosmos. And you can handle that because of the cool data. So you would actually, essentially the ability to input cool data with your transaction would allow you to go ETH Flare, but then nothing about this because you've input the cool data. The bandwidth provider then executes the cool data on Flare to go Flare Cosmos, and it's abstracted away for the user from ETH, that they're just seeing their tokens go from Ethereum to Cosmos. And they're just receiving the token out on the Cosmos side. They don't even need to know they're using Flare. So just the whole system is abstracted out. But by using Flare as a hub, it potentially allows, it reduces very substantially the issue of having many pairwise bridges. But then we think there will be a few pairwise bridges, direct routings, where they're extremely, there's an extreme demand. So there's going to be a hub and spoke model, but also a pairwise where it makes sense. And LayerCake is a product. It's a product of Flare Labs. It doesn't have a token. We're not thinking about having a token for it yet. It's obviously separate to Flare, but it serves Flare and will likely leverage Flare. So it wouldn't be subject to governance at this point.
Right, I see, and yeah, the idea of using Flare as the hub as well reduces the number of routes, as you say, which makes it a lot more scalable, right?
Absolutely, but also, I like the idea of having essentially all this liquidity from these bridges converging in one place, because when liquidity converges in one place, that's when people start building around, okay, well, this liquidity is in one place. Well, what else can I build around that liquidity?
Mission Control, we have liftoff.